Hi, GB News viewers. Do you ever watch GB News and think, oh, there's a lot about reform, isn't there? Maybe, just maybe, it's a propaganda channel. Here's Nigel at Capitol Hill with his GB News badge on, talking to Christopher Hope for the news channel that he owns shares in, just chatting about going to America to speak to them about maybe we've got a problem in the UK. Doesn't strike you as odd, no? Or how about the fact that this is supposed to be the TV channel that champions free speech, and yet they stop somebody speaking when they suggest that Nigel is unpatriotic, after Nigel had been unpatriotic? Or how about when Christopher asked Nigel why he wasn't at PMQs, and Nigel got a little bit feisty and said there was no point going to PMQs because everybody abuses him there, poor Nigel, and he's only allowed to ask a question every so often. But that's literally because there's only 4 MPs and Reform are not a major party. But he literally said, I'm just going to recap it again, what was the point of him being at PMQs? He'd rather be in America. And then it seems to be that most of the rest of the evening were all the GB News presenters trying to justify why Nigel had been unpatriotic. And excuse me for tangenting, but I'm going to put money on before long Jacob Rees-Mogg is going to be in Reform, which will be peak irony. Meanwhile, all of the Reform councillors get to be guests on GB News to defend, just let me check my notes, that's it, Nigel being unpatriotic. Anyway, it's not just me that thinks it. Here's that lovely senator that had already handed Nigel's arse to him on a plate earlier, pointing out that he's really not the champion of free speech because he wouldn't allow himself to be put under scrutiny because he was too busy talking on GB News. That'll be the propaganda channel that he's got shares in. Anyway, good chats as you were.